Her mysterious death has now gained national attention. The 25-year-old was found dead while vacationing in Mexico. And today, hundreds came out to say goodbye as she was laid to rest. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre was there for the services and shows us the outpouring of support for Robinson.
She was a very humble spirit, very sweet girl.
Shanquella Robinson's coffin brought into the church by a horse-drawn carriage. Her celebration of life services bringing out hundreds of people. Loved ones wore pink in her honor. Danny Griffin, a family friend, says she'll always be remembered as a kind soul and daddy's little girl.
Sometimes a daughter just don't do wrong in front of her father's eyes and everything, and you know, she was the twinkle of his eye.
Robinson's death remains a mystery after a trip with friends in Cabo last month, but her death captured the hearts of communities beyond the Queen City.
It means a lot to see Charlotte supporting her and her family. I have a daughter, I have nieces. That child was amongst friends, and she should have been able to feel comfortable and feel safe. This shouldn't have happened.
Robinson's neighbor and stylist, Lavaris Smith, styled her hair for the trip and says he's heartbroken.
She was just excited about going on her trip. And she said on my chair, we just talked about a lot of personal stuff. Like, we just clicked like she was like my little sister.
Well-known activist Tamika D. Mallory says she stands in solidarity with the Robinsons.
Losing a loved one in the heinous way in which has happened to Shanquella, there probably will never be peace for them. But there cannot just be an unopened situation. It has to be closed with truth, and it has to be that there is accountability for those who are responsible for her death.
Griffin says this is a tough loss, and he is leaning to his faith.
Everybody that have children, either it's a son or a father or a daughter or anything, it make you want to just get down on your knees and pray for this family, and then pray for the protection over your own children.
Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to more conversation about Miss Shanquella Robinson. Okay, we are still waiting for more details when it comes down to her case. All right, we do know that the Mexican authorities are involved. We also know that the FBI over in the Charlotte office of North Carolina are also involved, but we don't have any details, and I really don't want the case to die down. I want people to continue to talk about it, continue to speak on it, continue to apply pressure, because girl, we need some information. Okay. As I told you guys, the only thing we do know is that the FBI and the Mexican authorities are involved. And according to a police investigator, they are saying that should these individuals be arrested, okay, should the investigation and the evidence lead to an arrest, that they have the authority, okay, according to Mexico, they have the authority to bring the group back to Mexico, and they'll have to answer to Mexican law, from my understanding. And now they're naming the group, okay, the group is now called the Cabo 6, at least that's what it is that I am hearing. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all continue to talk about it as they are trying to do their investigation. Hopefully they are doing an investigation, because Cabo is a tourist city, you know, that's a tourist area, and I know they do not want to be heavily impacted by individuals not traveling there. So they want to try. That's why I think that the case may get resolved. At least I'm crossing my fingers, okay, and putting them together, that the case will get resolved, because they don't want to lose out on money. So they're going to want to do the proper research, investigate, and make some arrests happen when it comes to this young lady's death. Because I am seeing a lot of people saying like, yo, listen, we need to ban Cabo. Don't nobody need to travel to Cabo until we get some answers about what's going on with Shanquella's case. Okay, so I can't really fault anybody for that. So y'all make y'all decisions accordingly. I know I'm not gonna be traveling to no Cabo no time soon, girl, so you don't ever have to worry about me. Understand that, all right? But y'all do what y'all want to do if y'all want to ban it or whatever. But as I was saying, you know, as the other individuals, the organizations, are doing their investigations, there is a particular reporter that's out here doing his own investigation that I actually appreciate. Okay, he's been getting a lot of, I guess you could say, support over on social media for how far he's going with trying to get the answers about what has happened to Miss Shanquella. So let me go ahead and show that to you guys, for those of you all that have not seen it.
Difficult to obtain, so I called phone numbers associated with all of her friends who went on the trip.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service.
Most of the numbers are now disconnected, but 2 of them went straight to voicemail.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
I texted both of them and also paid them a visit since they have Charlotte addresses. No one answered at the first store, and the same with the second. And while no one was home when I rang the doorbell this afternoon, a neighbor did tell me this morning they spotted CMPD outside this person's home. Difficult to obtain, so I called phone numbers associated with all of her friends who went on the trip.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service.
Most of the numbers are now disconnected, but 2 of them went straight to voicemail.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
I texted both of them and also paid them a visit since they have Charlotte addresses. No one answered at the first store, and the same with the second. And while no one was home when I rang the doorbell this afternoon, a neighbor did tell me this morning they spotted CMPD outside this person's home. Difficult to obtain, so I called phone.
Interesting. So they spotted the police outside that person's door, but make it very clear, no arrests have been made. Understand that no arrests have been made. That's why we have to continue to talk about Shanquella's case, continue to put it out there. I know that her sister was expected to have an interview with the North Carolina beat, okay, the NCB. And unfortunately, that interview did not get a chance to take place. There was a lot going on. You guys know that Shanquella was just recently buried on Saturday, and Sunday evening was supposed to be the interview, and the interview ended up getting canceled, according to the NCB. They said the death of Shanquella Robinson has been very difficult for the Robinson family. Since Thursday, Shanquella's sister, Quilla Long, and I had planned an interview after Shanquella was laid to rest, and the interview was scheduled for tonight, which was Sunday night, but at this time, it's too difficult to move forward, and we will do it at a later date. Quilla wanted everyone to hear the story she and her mom was told directly by these so-called friends, plus more, but it will be very difficult tonight to do so. Pray for this family, and let's continue to show them that we are still fighting for justice for Shanquella. Okay, so that's still going to happen, hopefully, at some point where she'll come out and she'll give a statement. It could be that maybe she had a lot of family in town, because they received so much love, so much support, at Shanquella's funeral. So that may be a reason as to why they did not get a chance to have that. And then who knows, maybe they've even secured an attorney as to why they could have possibly advised to not entertain an interview at this time. I'm not sure, but I'm saying this because these are things that I want to know. Have you guys secured an attorney yet? Like, what's going on? I have to give a shout out to the North Carolina beat, because I feel like if they weren't on this case and talking about it, and continuing to allow it to spread, like, girl, I feel like we wouldn't know anything about it. So shout out to them for continuing to be out there and continue to discuss it. He's also been out here pretty much dispelling a lot of the rumors that's been out, because Claudia Jordan actually took to her page and she kind of talked about one of the rumors. At least she read a comment about said rumor that's around, even though she did say it was alleged and she wasn't sure whether or not it was fact or not. North Carolina beat Gerald did come out and pretty much debunk that and had some things to say to Claudia, but I definitely want you guys to go ahead and just check out what it is that Claudia had to say surrounding this case.
So I found this comment under one of the story posted, right, from someone named Rebecca Brown Stevens. And she says, and this is all alleged, we have not been able to fact check this, but I want to just provide a little, little text, little something extra to the story. This is what this person alleges. When the truth comes out, you're all going to look stupid. Shanquella got effed up because she was trying to set this boy up back home and he got killed. The girl who beat her up was cousins with the boy and found out about the setup on the trip. That's why Shanquella wasn't fighting, because she felt guilty. And the girl who beat her up had good intentions. Things just went left. I don't know if that's true, but I wonder if that makes sense as to why they were being shady to her. But still, whatever the issue was, you don't kill this girl. You call the police. So again, we will definitely keep y'all posted, but I found that comment interesting, and I reached out to the person to be like, do you know the family? Do you know these people? Because I wanted to do a little fact checking on my own. So I just want to say alleged, not making an excuse for this woman. They still, regardless of this backstory, they still need to all be put in prison.
So y'all just heard what Miss Claudia had to say. It seems like she was kind of searching for an explanation as to why the attack happened on this young lady, and I'm just like, I don't even think it was really necessary to really read, to be honest, or to put out there, because it's so many false stories, rumors and things that's being put out there. And I feel like this was yet another one. And you reached out to the person, you didn't necessarily get confirmation. At least that's what I'm hearing. And then you turn around and you bring it to the forefront for conversation. Like, I think that the show they were doing at that time was good enough to not have to bring in said rumor. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of people may give them flack for what it is they had to say, because I saw some of the comments where people were a bit upset with what she had to say. I feel like it hits different for them because you guys are supposed to be a part of a bigger platform versus just like YouTubers, coming onto their platforms and just talking and stuff like that. You guys are held to a higher standard because you're connected to Fox Soul. So for her to kind of put that rumor out there, people didn't like it. And I understand she was saying it was alleged and she wasn't sure if it was true. So a lot of people are like, well, if you wasn't sure, then why would you even say it? You know what I'm saying? Leave that to some of these minor bloggers out here. But when it comes to you, you shouldn't do that. Okay. Well, not only did a lot of the supporters have some things to say, the NCB also came out and they wanted to address a lot of the rumors, and primarily Miss Claudia Jordan and the things that she had to say surrounding this case. Okay. So this is what Gerald had to say. He says the disrespect, misinformation, and the lack of empathy for a mother and father and family who are trying to find the truth about why their loved one, Shanquella Robinson, was murdered in Mexico by a bunch of so-called phony friends. Claudia Jordan of her struggling show, Fox Soul, had the nerve to read a comment made by a fake account about what the motive could have been that led to Shanquella Robinson's death. Child, it's the fake post for me. It's the fake accounts for me. Like, why are y'all creating, like, y'all are like, let's not, like, it's like when the police get ready to start researching, girl, y'all about to send them down all these different paths. Child, y'all about to send these people through a maze. We don't want them to go through a maze trying to find out what happened. But at the end of the day, in all honesty, they're only going to find this information out from the Cabo 6, girl. Okay, so I just need to know, how long is it going to take Mexico to do an investigation, girl? Well, how long is it going to take? All right. And when are y'all going to be able to round people up and stuff? And then I also read where they were saying, like, if evidence leads to arrest. And I'm like, what do you mean if evidence leads to an arrest? Baby, did y'all not hear that her neck was broke and her spine was cracked? Like, what do you mean? If evidence no, evidence is going to lead. It's going to lead. All right. So y'all need to, I don't know. I kind of feel away. I feel a little way. I don't understand the full process, which is why I'm sure I feel away. But I'm just like, yo, let us not go into December and not have any more movement on this case. We've gotten it pushed this far. Is making its rounds. A lot of people are learning about it. Pictures were revealed of the individuals on the trip. Next thing you know, we got a video that was revealed. Next thing you know, we hearing that it's a second video out there. Now, I don't know if that's true. I believe that there are more videos. I will be honest. But in this second video, they're alleging that a young woman by the name of Winter had something to do with the broken neck and cracked spine. Okay, this is what people are alleging. They're saying that it's a video, and this is what you can see on the video. Honestly, y'all, I know a lot of us want to see the video, but some part of me is like, that may hurt me too much. I don't even know if I want to see her if this is indeed true. I don't know if I even want to see a video of her being slammed. Like, I just don't. I believe Gerald of the NCB also mentioned that there is a second video. That's one thing I have not seen him deny. And I'm going to believe more what he says because he has a direct link and contact to the family. And a lot of people were sending him a lot of information before any of these major blogs and news outlets even got a hold to information. Okay. So he's definitely one of the primary sources for me, but I don't think that's something I want to. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all send that straight to the popo. Send that to the police. Let them get that information. Let them be the first ones to view it, break it down, assess it, and everything. Because the way the people have assessed the first one, I even went back and looked at the first video last night. And I had to screenshot some stuff, and I was just so like disturbed. I was trying to close my eyes and see if I could hear some stuff. Like, it wasn't making sense. The whole time I'm thinking the young lady next to the guy saying, at least fight back, Shanquella. The woman standing next to him, I'm thinking that this young lady was recording the whole time. The girl was on a FaceTime. I'm like, girl, who is you FaceTiming? Okay, so whoever that person is, I'm sorry. So is it a Cabo 6 plus a 7? Is it a Cabo 6 plus 1? Let me know, because it's probably not going to be Cabo 7, but because that person wasn't there. But who was it? Okay. Or could it have been Cabo 6 and was she on the phone with Nazir? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm wondering. But she was FaceTiming somebody. So whoever that person was, you were also a part of said crime, if you ask me, because you didn't stop it. You didn't stop it. You ain't trying to call or do nothing, like call down to the Mexico or whatever. Like, hey, you may want to go check on the people up here in this villa over here because some things is happening. You might want to go check it out. You wasn't notifying the family. So who are you? Because you need to come to the front as well. It's a crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, I really do not want this story to die, because I want this woman to get her justice. Okay. I understand it may take a long time, but girl, y'all need to find these folks and go ahead and start administering some arrest, pull them in one by one or whatever, and have these conversations and break these stories down, because this family need answers. And as quickly as we have gotten to where we are today, to where the FBI and the Mexico officials are involved, then we also could get to some arrests very, very soon. Okay. And if it's not going to be arrest just yet, it should be arrest though. I mean, the girl neck was broke. Like, come on. And then according to the daddy, y'all just left her sitting in the bed. Like, I hurry up and get these people. Okay. I don't understand the protocol process. I hope that the family has secured an attorney. I believe that the GoFundMe is well over $300,000. Thank God. Okay. So they should not have an issue getting somebody good. Do you understand what I'm saying? And be able to make the necessary trips. But I'm sure if you guys still want to donate, I'm sure that you're still able to, if that's, if you're able to donate. But let's go ahead and keep going more on this message as he gets into Claudia Jordan's message and the things he didn't like that she had to say. He says, for you, okay, for you, Claudia, to use an emotional case that has touched millions to repeat serious, unfounded allegations against a woman who was murdered in front of your 399,000 followers on your YouTube channel with no regard to how this family would feel if they saw your commentary, is sinister. You are depriving this mother and father of knowing the truth about what happened to their daughter and possibly derailing this criminal investigation from the facts to chase something you don't even know what you're talking about. Listen, that's my thing for me. And I'm not, not just about Claudia, but a lot of people that's just putting information out there that's rumors. Like, if you receive something you like, I ain't too sure about that, like, it's okay to just put a little pin in it, stick it to the side instead of just regurgitating it and feeling like it's fact. Okay. And that's just really not, to bloggers. It's really like, I'm just seeing more people in the comments. I heard this and I heard that and I heard this and I heard, and I'm not just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about like Facebook and stuff. I heard this and I heard that. Like, we don't even know. Like, y'all could be derailing the dang old criminal investigation. You know what I'm saying? And it also kind of makes me feel like this. I'm just being honest. Like, what if these people that's not saying anything, the Cabo 6 plus 1 or whatever, the people that's not saying anything, what if they're watching all of this? And as quick as they got that lie together to sit up there and tell the police, like, oh, it was out, because they told the police this now, y'all. Okay. As I read in a Queen City news article, they told the police that it was alcohol poisoning, which to me made sense why they just wrote it off like it was alcohol poisoning. And they also told the mama, and they were riding with that lie. They rode with that lie all the way back to America, all the way back to North Carolina, all the way back to this girl's parents' house to lie. Okay. They wrote that lie. So I'm like, if y'all putting these little false stories out, and because they're not saying anything, they've wiped out their social media, probably changed their numbers, probably relocated for the time being. They probably in cahoots to come up with a story based on the BS that y'all putting out there to try and give themselves a leg to stand on as to why said incident happened. So it's like, let's just cut back a bit on some of these rumors and stuff, girl. Like, let's just like, okay, all right, but let's go ahead and keep going. So then he goes on to say, let's be clear. Shanquella's mother and father and family don't know why this happened to their daughter. They are waiting to be given that information. So how do you know before them? And how does a fake IG account give you any validity to repeat something that has not been founded? Claudia, you owe this family an apology, and you should walk on them back. He says you should walk on them bad feet all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina, and give it to them. Just evil. Whoa. Wow. Well, You know, that's what the NCB had to say to Claudia Jordan. Now, I'm not sure if this information has made its way to Claudia Jordan or whether she's going to retract any statements or anything, but she definitely was saying that it was all alleged and she wasn't really sure if it was fact. Okay. But you guys let me know your thoughts about the situation down below in the comments. Okay. I thank you guys so much for watching, honey. I'm JamiThatsMe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.
Now know 2 agencies are investigating Shanquella Robinson's death nearly 3 weeks after she passed. As her family prepares to lay her to rest tomorrow, they're grateful the national coverage of her mysterious death in Mexico has now given them hope they'll get the answers they so desperately seek.
It's the latest in a story that's been unraveling from the start. The FBI Charlotte field office confirms with Queen City News it's opened an investigation into Shanquella Robinson's death in Cabo San Lucas. The announcement comes just over a week after we made multiple inquiries into the suspicious circumstances surrounding her death.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poison. They couldn't get a pulse.
Some on the trip told Robinson's family and police in Mexico that she had alcohol poisoning. Police learned that was a lie when the autopsy came back saying she died from a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the top vertebrae. Then video from inside the villa came out on Wednesday showing someone violently assault Robinson, who was naked and audibly refuses to fight back.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
I work in Los Cabos. I'm a journalist right here. I have a television and radio program.
Journalist Germán Medrano, who lives and works in Cabo, says word of the suspicious death took a while to reach the news.
Certainly, the thing to have in a hotel a body is a huge thing. So where is the investigation about it?
He says people didn't tell them about the death until this week when the video went viral and they started asking questions.
We have to ask them for the case. We ask, and the day we ask, that day make the report police.
Medrano says police released this report on Wednesday confirming their investigation into the death of a foreigner and later stating they haven't ruled anything out. The death has been a shock to the community that relies so heavily on tourism, but an even more heartbreaking reality for a family who initially felt that no one was taking them seriously.
I probably won't be at ease until someone's arrested.